Welcome to the fifth episode of this boarding school life series. And in this episode, I'll also continue what I was talking about in the last episode. That is episode 4. I was talking about how it goes and everything. So in this episode, the first thing I'll talk about is chapel. So back then, the first time I went to the Chapel of Lights in the boarding school, that was on Friday, and then I got there, and in my own church in particular, when they are taking offerings, you sit down, you drop your offering. When you are doing some other stuff, you sit down. When you are singing and you are tired, you can sit down. But in the Chapel of Lights, because on Friday the senior school will be the prefects, will be the ushers that will be taking over everything. So if you want to sit down when they are singing, they are going to tap you to stand up, they will force you to stand up. And offering time, you also stand up. And it was strange to me, because offering time, I used to sit down in my normal church. It was strange to me and everything. That was the first time I went to Chapel of Lights. I was on Friday, and that Friday I didn't even know there was chapel, because immediately they were through and everything, I went to the dining hall, and then some seniors came to tell us that it's chapel time, that we cannot stay in the dining hall, we should go to chapel. That's how we went to chapel. So on Sunday too, things you had from me, singing, you are tired of singing, let me just sit down. They will force you to stand up. Offering time, you have to stand up. A lot of things you just have to stand up. And then I was like stressed up. I didn't like the chapel. I disliked the Chapel of Lights. So now the first Sunday I'm going to scale the chapel. What I mean scale is I'm not going to come to chapel. I'm going to be offline from chapel that day. It was this Sunday that will be going on for midterm. That Wednesday will be going on for midterm. And that Sunday I said I want to make my notes complete. My notes, I want to check if they are complete. The ones that are not complete, I'm going to write them. So then I said I'm not going to chapel that Sunday. I carried my bag and went to class with my friend. So we're checking our notes if it's complete and all those stuff. Then there were some senior school boys in that junior school classroom in which I was also. And then immediately I saw some of them, they were flying through the window, and I didn't know what was happening, so I flew through the window too. And then I asked what happened for my friend. He said a man is coming with a cane and he's chasing them to the chapel. I'm like, why would he be chasing them to chapel and everything? That I'm scared, because I don't want him to carry my notes. Because if he carries my notes, he knows I will come back for it and they'll be able to catch me and stuff. So later on, I found out that it was a man called Daddy King. They call him Daddy King. So Daddy King was this man that was slow and used to hold a cane, and that cane they call it Kuli alata swear. So I don't know the man, and then he's coming to chase us to chapel and everything. I want to write my notes. I want to make sure it's complete. So eventually I left my notes there. So I left. I started roaming about because I didn't want to go to chapel, but my notes were still in the classroom. So after some time I went back there, picked up my notes and everything, but it spoiled my plan that day. So as time goes on, we went home for midterm and we came back, and after that I think I became a full-time skiller. Like I used to go to chapel on Sunday, I don't go up Friday. That's it. That's how I started scaling chapel. I don't go on Sunday, I don't go on Friday. I'll be roaming about. Until after some time, then I changed. And by the time I changed, I had a lot of friends who used to go to chapel. So a majority of us are now in the same room. So we used to go to chapel together. We used to go to dine together and everything. So we pack ourselves, go to chapel on Friday, go on Saturday, and go on Sunday. On Saturday, we used to do intercessory prayers. So that's how I changed. And then till today, I still used to go to chapel every time, except if I'm tired, I'm busy, I have class to attend or whatever. But at no any other reason, maybe to scale because I don't feel like. No, I used to go to chapel now. So that's everything about chapel that I can just see from my own experience. That's just all. So about the mosques, the first time I started going to mosques was GSS1 exam, first time examination, my GSS1 first time examination. So I wanted to pass my exam, and I needed time to read, I needed space to read. So I told one of my friends, his name is Kunduz. So Kunduz is a Muslim and is a friend of mine. So together with some of my friends, we go to mosques and then we used to go there and read, and that's how I passed the first term examination and I came out with fourth position in my class. So back then when we wanted to go to mosque, the first day we were going to go there, I was like, are you sure we are going to go there and tell them our real name, or we are going to change name for them because they are Muslims and they don't know us before, so they might not want to accept us and all those stuff. But I didn't know how we passed through. I think we just talked with them, and that's how we passed through, and then that was how we started reading in the mosque. And for the 2 weeks examination we did for first time, I was going to mosque to read, and my examination result was good. I love it. I think it's something percentage. So another time I was also going to mosque was during the second term, third term. Second term, I think GS2 third term. I was going to mosque. I was going there for fasting. They were fasting back then. Yes, fasting. I think no, GS2 second term or third term. It would be second term or third term. They were fasting back then. So I used to go to the mosque. I'll go there because my guardian is a fruit seller at the mosque. They used to call her Iya Best. So Iya Best is a fruit seller at the mosque. So we'll go there and I had money with her. So I'm going to buy fruits, and sometimes she dash me fruit. And then I also roam about because I have friends that are Muslims. So like Kunduz now is a Muslim, he's a friend of mine. So I also go there with him. So after on, I started getting used to mosque. We used to go and fetch water there. Maybe there's no water in our house there, and we need water. Then we just carry a bucket and then bottles to go and fetch there. So we go there, fetch water. So there was a particular incident that happened. That day, I fetched the water and I got to the front of my room. There's where I used to drop my buckets by myself. I bring it down by myself. So I dropped the water. Immediately I dropped the water, it poured off. I'm like, me it down. No. So I told Kunduz, let's go back to mosque. I have to fetch this water. And then he said we should go. We went back to mosque to fetch the water. So that's how I got to mosque, we fetched the water, and then I dropped it carefully because I was like, this one must not pour away. So a lot of things happened. There's a particular day also that I got to the hostel, like after midnight, and the whole hostel was empty, nobody was there. I was like, why would there not be anybody there? Because back then during the fast, I still used to meet some people in my room, but there was nobody there. So I got to mosque. Everyone in my room are in the mosque, both Christians and Muslims, doing that GS2 in the mosque. And sometimes when I come back from the mosque, I used to be scared because they might be doing some class lessons and class lectures in the classrooms, and the teacher them I want to pick us up that what are we looking for outside our hostel at this point in time in the night. And we will not say we are coming back from mosque when some of us are not Christians, and the teacher might know that some of us are not Muslim, and some of us are not Muslims. Most of us are Christian. Yes, in my school, like Christianity percentage is higher than the Muslims percentage. So that's all I have to say about the mosque. So on visiting day, a lot of things used to happen on visiting day. So our visiting day in Lagos State Model College, Meiran, is every second Sunday. So every second Sunday, guardians, parents are allowed to come and see their children and words. So some of the things that happen is, number one, a lot of people will eat, like people overeat. Like for instance now, maybe for the past 2 weeks, they are being sakpa, they are being brukutu, so they are very hungry, and then they will have called their parents that mom, when you are coming, please bring a cooler of food and also bring my phone. So when they come like this, you just pick up the cooler, then begin to eat, and they'll sit down beside their parents. So some parents will come with cars, they will sit down there, and also phone. They will tell their mom or dad, mom, when you are coming, bring my phone. So they will always be playing PS, checking YouTube to check to know the trending, to watch TikTok, and they will take photos on Snapchat and many more like that. So always want to check. And those are the things happening on visiting day. And also the toilets that day will be bad. Like if you go to my school, if you come to my school around 6 p.m. on visiting day and then try to locate any hostel toilet, it's very bad. Like back then Nasu in junior school, they will defecate on the floor, they will defecate in the bathroom, they will defecate on the WC, inside the WC, and everywhere will be smelling and be looking bad. And also the environment will be bad. You see a lot of pet bottles, a lot of nylon, of gala, and lamina of gala, biscuit, and many more like that. You see meat, you see rice on the floor. Yes, you see different kind of food on the floor that poured away and everything. And then the house master and house mistress, you have to pack all of us outside to go and pick the school environment so as to make it clean. So that's one of the things that happen on visiting day. And also on visiting day, when you go to the dining hall, your food will be surplus. You get a lot of beans to give you beans. The food beans will be surplus with much because a lot of people don't want to go and eat the beans. They don't really like the beans, and their parent brought food for them, so actually want to stay behind. So another thing is right now in senior school, I'm talking about junior school back then, but right now in senior school, the evening um the evening food, the evening food we take in the dining hall or that we eat in the dining hall is not jollof rice. It is not beans anymore. So even after visiting day, when you go to the dining hall in the evening, you still find out that people are much in the dining because it's jollof rice, and that's another thing again about this visiting day. But it's always nice. It's nice because people are hungry, they overeat, they watch movie, check the trending online. A lot of things will happen. So when you check the trending online, when they get to stay in the night, in the evening, they begin to argue, they begin to argue, and that's how they will, will sleep off until the following morning again. So it makes sense. That's just the truth. It makes sense. The rugged boys. So when I mean the rugged boys, I mean those boys that go against the school's regulation. They are very stubborn. They are, I know they just do all sort of things that are against the school's regulation. The school's regulation. So one thing is that some of these rugged boys are also brilliant, they're intelligent, but the kind of background they have, the kind of home training they have, so they're always just stubborn. They will always hate teachers, they will always do things that are wrong. They will be in the class in the midnight, in the night. They'll just do a lot of things that the school doesn't like. That's just one thing about these rugged boys. So let me just give a simple example. There's a particular time I was in I think GS3 or GS2. So in the senior school, there's a particular senior that they caught in the classroom in the night, and then it is prohibited to be found in the classroom in the night after prep. So they caught this particular senior there, and they know what senior did. The senior jumped from upstairs downstairs just to save himself, but eventually those security men known as OPC caught him, and then when the OPC caught him, they handed him over to the school management, and then he went home for suspension. So that's just an example of rugged boys. They will always do things that are not right. When they get to the dining hall, they do talk ball. The meaning of talk ball is that when the bowl of food is dropped on the table, so then instead of the table leader to serve the food, they will dip their hands. They will be much like 10, and maybe on the table have 20. In junior school on the table 20, and in senior school on the table 15. They will dip their hands into the bowl. Wow, big lot of food. Some make sure their plate is bent, they chook it inside this thing, and they pack food. Those rugged boys are do it, and it's not actually making sense. Like, how you drop a bowl and want to serve the food, and like 10 people just dip their hand and pack what their hand is able to pack. Some dip their own plate inside, just pack everything, and then some few people that are not rugged, that they are introverts, will not get food. And then will tell you that will jare. Those things doesn't make sense. So those are the things the rugged people do. So another thing is social nights. We used to do social nights in junior school, but in senior school, number two, as a result of the principal of a senior school, social night is cancelled, and I'm not sure they still to do social nights in junior school. So now in junior school back then, the first social night that I witnessed, something happened. That day I was going to the social night venue, which is the dining hall. Then I looked at my right hand side, there was the senior school hostel, main hostel, senior school. Then I saw some few seniors rolling on the floor. Like, why are they rolling on the floor? Then either they were playing ball in front of the hostel, because in front of you there's wide open space where they can play ball, just like a mini field. So, and their house master calls them, and their house master is a very wicked man. It's a very, very wicked man. Yes, he's a very wicked man. So he calls them and then told all of them to line up, lie down flat, and begin to roll on the floor. So you roll from here to here. I mean from here to here is very big in the actual food that I'm talking about. So they will roll from here to here. You know how you're going to be turning, rolling on the floor as if rolling roller or a rolling machine. I don't know. So it was very painful. I was scared when I saw it. So I was going to the dining hall for the social night. So I went to the dining hall and then a lot of things happened. In the dining hall, when they are doing social nights, they are going to invite an outside DJ. The DJ is going to play songs, and then people are going to vibe to it by dancing to it and do all sorts of things to it. And later on, you can call out some set of people to come and dance, and then you're going to enjoy that dance vibe. A lot of people will do leg work, do a lot of things, and many more. And also the girls also do what they are capable of doing. And then another thing is during that channel, a lot of people use it to do paro, like what I've told you. I talked about paro, I think, in the last episode. That's episode 4. So in which the girl and the boy is going to be talking about together, and then they'll be dancing and those stuff. So the boy is going to locate his own girlfriend and then dance together and everything like that. That's another thing they do at social night. But as time goes on, when we had the new principal, that was, I think, Mr. Yusuf. He changed everything. Our social nights, we used to do drama, we do normal educational stuff like mathematics and all those stuff, and then people will sing, and also we do dance. But it wasn't like every time we do social nights we dance, and people will end up doing nonsense, maybe with their other opposite sex and everything like that. That's how social night went on. But when we got to senior school, social night was cancelled. And also in the dining back then, we used to watch TV. So we used to use DSTV decoder, they would subscribe to it, and then people watch TV. Almost every day we watch TV. And so it was making sense. We do watch wrestling for social nights. We watch wrestling. After dining, we watch wrestling. After dining, we watch football. Watch a lot of things. It was making sense. It was dope. So that was how it went on in junior school until when I entered senior school, and then things changed. Everything became more hard. We were more disciplined. Truth and dare. Truth and dare. Okay, so now when we talk about the truth and dare, there's another thing that happened in boarding school. So it's just a game that is being played among group of people. So this group of people can be only boys, can be only girls, can be girls and boys. So but the last one I witnessed was girls and boys, and it was in my class, and it was one wonderful thing. But even the is totally wrong. Yes. So let me explain something to you about this truth and dare. Is a kind of game that a group of people come together, they will ask themselves questions, and you have to say the truth. If you do not say the truth, then you'll be asked for something. They might ask you to pay money and stuff like that. So you have to say the truth, but they can't see your heart. So if you don't say the truth, all well and good. So, but the aspect I'm mostly concerned about is the dare aspect. Before I go to that dare aspect, even the truth aspect is very, I don't buy the idea. I'm going to ask you that who was the first girl you met, when was the first day you kissed. They ask you those type of questions, and you have to say the truth. That was just that. So another thing is the dare aspect, and that is the aspect that is very, very, very wrong to me. I'm against that. So what's that dare aspect? They will dare you to do things you are not meant to do. If you are a girl, they tell you to do things you are not meant to do. If you are a boy, they tell you things you are not meant to do. So part of things I've seen them asking, they'll ask a boy to go and peck so girl, ask a boy, a girl to go and kiss so boy. They ask them to do such a thing. They tell a girl to go and lap dance a boy and whatever. They just, okay, this is Mr. A, go and lap dance Mr. A and stuff like that. So that's how they dare them, and those things against them. It's very, very wrong, because number one, you're just trying to do nonsense in the school, and number two, you lose your reputation in the school. So please, if you are going to boarding school and watching this video, don't do such a thing when you get there. And if you're already there, don't do such a thing. And if you have done it, don't do it again. So truth and dare. Meet you in the next episode.